Ladies, I love what this movie says about the power of confidence and really what it can do for your life. Whenever I think about what you do on a daily basis, whether it's standing up in front of a crowd or doing SNL every week, I cannot imagine the amount of confidence that takes. You can be confident and not be a comedian, but can you be a comedian and not be confident?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's almost a prerequisite.
I was for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to be just kind of naturally funny, but also I think most people that are funny have been through some sort of struggle where it started maybe as a little bit of a defense mechanism and then became something else.
Totally.
So how do you start to build that up then? I mean, where does that come from?
Confidence?
Is it just trial by fire?
I think it's like an ongoing process for your whole life, unfortunately. You know, it's like you have little moments where you feel really good when you're a little girl and then things kind of chip away at you. And it's about realizing what makes you feel good and attractive. And it's usually not about anything having to do with the mirror. For me, it's like hanging out with my girls and like laughing. That's when I feel the most myself and the most confident. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, queen?
I guess yes.
Is that
Yes,
a yes, queen?
Yes. I try to get one yes, queen in every interview, so I'm glad that we've scratched it off. To that point then, if confidence is one of those evolving things that happens over time, is there a moment that you wish that you could go back to in your life and redo with maybe just a tinge more confidence?
Whoa,
That's every moment.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, I guess, all of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
School?
truly. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, there's also been moments, I think, where, like, I faked confidence, and then it started to feel like real confidence, and then I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Definitely my SNL audition, I was like, I'm going to have diarrhea.
Yeah.
And
you did.
And, oh, honey. But then I was, like, also like, okay, I can do this. I know what to do. So.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ever nervous at all, I cannot tell whatsoever. I watch you every week, and then when I see, like, you know, obviously your films and your stand-up specials, can't tell one bit.
Well, she doesn't have time to be nervous because they're like, okay, we just finished writing it and action.
And go.
Everyone's watching it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole other level. But I think you have to also be a little bit nuts.
Yeah.
You know, like, because it's a kind of thing where you do something, and even like this movie, you know, being all done with it, watching it now, I'm still like, I can't believe I had the balls to do that. You know, it's like just things over life where you're like, wow, that is crazy. I played that woman and then I met her, you know, just these, so a certain level of insanity as well.
You know, speaking of the movie, this is one of those movies that I want people to see just because really the message that gets across. If I had a little boy or a little girl, I would want them to see this, just sort of be like, hey, like, look at this.
Yeah.
What was that movie for you growing up that maybe made you feel a little bit better about yourself, or the entertainer, the actor, whoever the case may be, that made you feel good about yourself growing up?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah, off the top of my head, I mean, I obviously, like, loved SNL, but I was really fixated on, like, Molly Shannon because she just didn't seem embarrassed by anything, and, like, she was going through walls and her underwear was showing, and she was, like, so fearless and bold, and I was like, that's how I want to be, 100%.
Yeah, like you can perform and not be worried that you
Not
look
be,
proper
like,
the whole
yeah,
time. Yeah.
or whatever.
And I would say like Carol Burnett or Lucille Ball,
Nice.
who both also happen to be gorgeous, but they really weren't concerned with it. You know, anyone that's just not thinking about it, it's just like, I'm not going to care how this makes me look or sound. I'm just going to be the funniest version of myself I can be.
Amazing. You know, one of the things I really loved about this is this idea that maybe sometimes we just really need to hear something nice about us, because everyone's got everyone, no matter who it is, has their own insecurities going on. What is the nicest thing about the person sitting next to you?
Well, we'll start crying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good. I'm trying to get that Barbara Walters moment, trying to get that single tear.
Wow, I'm there already.
I love this person very much. Aidy's just the most just honest, good-hearted person who you know will fight for you if it's right, and if not, she'll tell you you're being a dick.
Oh, and I mean, to say I, like, adore Amy is a major understatement. I'm totally impressed by her and, like, in awe of her. And I also think she's spontaneous and free and loving, and those are kind of the best things to be.
Whatever, I don't care. This interview's over.
Give me the rap. I gotta go.
Sorry.
Ladies, seriously, congratulations on everything.
Thank you
Congratulations
so
on this.
much.
It was a pleasure to
Thank
finally
you.
get to meet you. Thank you
Jake.
so much for your time.